Hello, guys. This is a Woben Media production and the Real Talk Show podcast, the very first one. So we are here to talk about mental health in relation to last month and also some scandals that actually happened to relate like to ourselves, to me, to you also. We just want to vibe, so I think to be creative, maybe you can just get along with us. That would be nice. So with me here, I have some wonderful colleagues that I like to share. Well, I've not known this girl like this. Well, she looks gangster. It's because she's a gangster. Her name is Ache. It's not funny. Yeah, her name is Ache. She's a musician, a very cool one, African. Yeah, she has a beautiful voice, and message. Try and listen to it sometimes. I don't know any of her music, though. You can tell us something about it.
So my name is Atre. I'm a musician and I studied music at the University of Education, Winneba. So shout out to my people. So yeah. You have to listen to my songs. But today we are here to talk about mental health. So we there so. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. And we have our handsome black. Yeah, he's he's black. He's black. He's dancer black, and he's also into property management and a little bit of everything in addition. So Danso, tell us a bit about yourself.
Okay, I'm Danso Black, a property manager of Akofu Studios, and we are here to talk.
Okay.
Asset.
What?
Asset.
Okay. So going forward, last month being the month for mental health, and also relating to some scandals a couple of months ago, like Yvonne Nelson's memoir, which I can relate to, and I believe that you can also relate to as either a lady or a guy. So this is it's a normal book, a normal story, a normal experience, but it actually has a very heavy impact on our minds individually, and I think the actual people in the content, that's basically Sarkodie and Yvonne. So I think we are here to share just a little bit about what we know about mental health. And so actually, what is mental health? What do you think, like when we say mental health? What do you think?
I think mental health is like how we associate ourselves with things, how things affect us emotionally, the way we think and then the way we do our things. That's how I see mental health.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in relation, let's say let's talk about Yvonne. What do you think?
Yvonne's issue. Me, that issue, because it's a lot of things went on behind closed doors, and we don't know what really happened. But everybody is telling their side of the story, and it's like one person is backfiring, and one person, like, a lot of tantrums. So let me say, before she came out with a book, Sarkodie leaked the Try Me, but a lot of people didn't notice. I saw it online. It was on Twitter and everywhere. There's this one verse that came out, there's this verse that came out, and nobody even noticed because they heard it after the whole week. But he released, that song was leaked before the book came out, and everybody started making noise. So we're
preparing
before the whole thing.
Just summarize. Do you think she has a poor mental health in this case?
Everybody has a way of like expressing themselves, what their safe place, and I think Yvonne Nelson's safe place is writing and then acting. So I think she did a good job to write about what she felt during those past years. So yeah, I think Sarkodie didn't have to backfire with that message or whatever she brought out, because it's something she has kept for so many, like 10 years, so many years. So she did well. She did well. At least most of us can't tell our stories. We have a lot of things hidden in our closet. So she has done well.
Really?
She has done well. And
Okay.
that's so black. What do you think?
Yeah. On Sarkodie's issue, I think Sarkodie have been pulling the legs of Yvonne for long in a couple of his musics, saying all sorts of kind of things in the music. So writing a book was a nice way of expressing her own feelings. So I think Yvonne did a good job. Yeah.
Okay. So what do you think, like, concerning this whole thing? How is their mental health? Like, do you think they are all, like, they are okay and they are dealing with it very well?
Oh yeah, they are okay. Since they like Sarkodie came out with a song, Yvonne Nelson wrote a book. So right now, we know what go on already. So I think one way or the other, they are both relieved, like from whatever they were going through, keeping the secrets and all. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm getting enlightened. What about you guys? Anyway, is there any shame about mental health?
Shame as in.
Okay, so when it comes to mental health, I know there's depression. I know there's this craziness sometimes. I know there's addiction. I know there are different kinds
Bipolar,
of
ADHD,
yeah,
PTSD.
a lot of ways that mental health, poor mental health is expressed. So let's say I have a depression issue. Should I feel ashamed about it? Like something is worrying me. Okay, I did something, or maybe something happened with me, more like a scandal. Should I feel ashamed?
Oh, it depends. Sometimes stress, and I think it depends on how it is, what the issue is. Like, let's say somebody having a mental issue, like I understand what's the name, Okonfo-Kwade, having a mental issue. He's proud of it. He think he's okay. You people think he's mad, but he think he's okay.
Okay,
so it depends on the very person.
Let me give you an example. Let's say I had a very bad experience when I was young.
Okay.
Like let's say in a school, I had some experiences with my seniors and then some juniors that have repeatedly tried to make me look like the bad guy, or like whenever I try to express myself, I'm always shut down, like, or I'm criticized for it. Sometimes I'm even wooed by them. So it has gotten to the point where this experience has grown, like it has bubbled inside me to the point that I'm so depressed about it. And sometimes I can't express myself because of that experience.
But did your parents know?
How would they know? Well, it's an example, not really me though. I can't really relate. I'm just trying to really like ask.
Okay.
In this case, should I feel ashamed?
That's what I'm saying. It depends on the person.
Well, in this case, I just told you, I've been more like criticized, like.
Why? Is it because you have a mental health issue or something?
No, it's because I shine too much.
You're a shy person.
No, I was sharp. Yes, I was
you
shining too much. I was intelligent
they bullied
everywhere.
You
yes.
Because you were very intelligent.
Yes. The teachers like me. Like everyone, most of the leaders, they like me.
Okay.
So when they are not around, my seniors will be like, "As for you, every time, 100%, every time this, every time that." Then it's like you can't even talk when your teachers are not there. You have nothing to talk about.
So what was the question again? What were you asking?
Should I feel ashamed because I'm depressed about this whole thing? I mean, it's just one small experience for a little time.
But how has it affected you? Like
how? Well, that's what I'm talking about. Depression.
Depression. You are depressed right now.
Right now, I'm not depressed.
But at first you were depressed.
Well, somehow I think in
Depressed
those
for
in
people
those
saying
cases,
you are
Bullying you.
brilliant.
no, depressed. I mean, I started thinking to a point, like so much, to the point that I started feeling like I was very different from everyone, that I couldn't even talk. I mean, the matter became, I don't talk about it outside, but then it was bubbling inside me. It became like a cancer eating at me.
Hey.
So even though I don't really say it out, it's there, and I'm always conscious of it.
Okay. So you were depressed. Well, who did you tell you were really? Did you
There
tell
was
your
no one
parents?
to tell.
So you were ashamed. So you couldn't tell anybody.
Even this one, they were not talking about bad things. They were talking about the good thing that you do at school.
Well, I don't know if I was ashamed, but I just didn't know how to talk, because it's like, even if I say it, it would be like I'm trying to get more attention for myself.
There was this thing I was going through some time ago. I was working at Aqua Safari. I was really depressed when I went there. That was when I took off my hair, my locks and everything. And then I went. But then after I was there for I wasn't happy. The first day I was even going to work, I cried. I went to sit in the staff room, like in the washroom, and cried and cried and cried. Because like there was something, like I wasn't myself because of there was this thing I went through. And you know, with our society, you'll be judged for a lot of things. You can't open up about a lot of things. So a lot of people are ashamed to open up about what they are going through mentally. Yeah. So at that moment, I didn't have anybody, even the person I was having closer to me, that was my ex, like my boyfriend then. I couldn't express myself to him because he felt like I shouldn't be in that space because I had everything to be okay. Like, even though my parents are not well to do and all that, I had friends who would support me if I need something, and there is no need to go and look for a job. But at that moment, there were a lot of things that went on. And then I went to work. So after I stayed there for 9 months, and then I left. Coming home, I felt the same way. So there was this friend of mine, and he's at the workplace. He also had depression, but our boss wasn't able to tell us, the colleagues. So he was off work for a long period of time. He's one of our bosses, and he sent me a prescription like that the psychologist and he sent me to take it and all. I'm like, okay, so if I should show this thing to someone, the person will say any fanalo abodam because we every way pan time, because the prescription is from pan time. So if I should even show it to because of the kind of society we have, you would feel ashamed, even though you are not supposed to. But me, at I wasn't ashamed because I knew what I was going through.
Why weren't you ashamed?
I wasn't ashamed because I knew it would pass. And then it got to a point, I called my mom that I'm about to kill myself.
Oh.
Yeah, and she told me that.
How did she take it?
She told me that, because she has gone through worse than me, cry. So it was like, I've gone through worse. Me, cry. I didn't say I want to kill you. You want to kill yourself. You understand? So that's the kind of society we are in. And then, let me say another thing. Because of social media, the influence on social media, and cyberbullying. So a lot of people are ashamed to come out with this thing. They have friends who are bipolar, and they know that they are bipolar, but they don't say it everywhere, because they will be just maybe kitwa happen way. Usi we are bipolar so on your way na on found inside. But me at for now, dear media will be showing family. If you see that I'm depressed, it's because maybe there is something I want to do and I've not been able to get access to it, but not because of what somebody said.
Okay, so what do you have to say, like, considering all of this, what can be done to just do away with this shame? With you don't care, like, I mean, even though you can care for a minute, you can deal with it. Yeah. But what do you do with the shame? Like, how do you really deal with it?
Sometimes you just have to tune your mind.
Tune your mind, how?
Tell people you are more important than them.
Visit the psychologist.
Yeah,
if you need
one best thing you have to do is to tell people in your mind that you are far better than them. No matter what they do, you are still you, and you do whatever you want to do. That's it.
In this case, you have a mental issue, and you are telling yourself that you are better than someone. Are you not feeding your own ego? Like, I mean, are you not powering your mental
The issue
state?
here, what we are not getting is everybody is mentally sick. Everybody on
How can you
earth.
say that? Okay, I
Listen
refuse
to me.
to be sick mentally.
You get me. Everybody on earth is mentally sick.
Yes.
Okay.
Just that it's rated on percentage.
Yes.
And that percentage will let you know that, oh, this person is out of context.
Yeah.
So if you think I'm mad, I'm also thinking you are mad.
Yeah.
So what do you make out of my madness?
But no, I mean, you are. I'm getting you, but still, how do I get rid of this shame? Because while I know that I have depression or I have an addiction, and I feel shame about it, to even talk about it, or like to even let people see that this is what is going on with me. How do I deal with it? I mean, I can. Not everyone in that moment. I feel shame. It's like you feel like the whole world is looking at you.
Do you know sometimes it's the depressed that call the mental illness? Do you know that? Sometimes one may not be mentally sick, but when the person gets into depressed stage, then gradually you are getting out of context,
Yeah.
right? So one thing you have to avoid is to be depressed, meaning accept yourself to be better than any other person. Most of the times, depressed come from what people says. Yeah.
But it seems like we are centering everything on depression.
Depressed.
Because we have bipolar, we have post-traumatic stress disorder, we have ADHD.
Have you experienced addiction
What?
before?
Addiction? No, addiction. Really, go ahead.
Are you bipolar?
No.
Do you know anyone that's bipolar?
Yeah, I know.
Who?
Oh, you know.
Should you disclose it?
Is the person asking for help? Is the person ashamed? How is the person like? How do they move? Are they proud? Like, are they bold?
Yeah. Some people are proudly bipolar.
I don't want to mention names.
Some people are proudly bipolar.
But some people are proud. Very proud.
We had this friend who was coming to the studio. He's now like off the grid cry because he said doctor prescribed cannabis for him. So from the cannabis he went to tramadol. From tramadol he went to cocaine.
Wait, what is cannabis?
Cannabis. You don't know? Unima ahabai.
Ahabai. Oh, okay, I don't know.
Okay.
Anyway, so this is a little bit of our discussion. I don't know if this is best or if you've even gotten anything, but would like to hear from you, comment, and also subscribe to the podcast and continue to listen to us. If there's anything we've said that you don't agree to, let us know. And in the comment section so that we can work on that. But really, we just want to have a real talk. So if there's something you also want us to talk about too, and if you want to join us here and share your view, I will really be happy to meet you. Okay, see you.